think it's a really, really big difference, and really the big difference with my generation and the new generation is my generation was still playing outside. My generation, I used to have, when I was growing up, I used to be the best. I used to have a little thing called the big wheel. I was like the best of my block on the big wheel. Then I went from the big wheel to the pogo stick. Just a little simple stick where I'm jumping up and down. And so a lot of what I did in my generation was like outside, playing basketball, all of that kind of stuff. This new generation is very, very tech savvy. Even my little granddaughter is so tech savvy when it comes to her phone. But, they're not really about it in terms of outside and all of that kind of stuff like my generation was. But at the same time, I believe that this generation is not just tech savvy, but I believe that this generation also is very updated when it comes to going after business and seeing life from a different angle.
Wow, that's amazing. The second question that we have for you is who and what does the next move of God include?
Well, the next move of God, according to Joel chapter 2 and Acts chapter 2, it includes everybody. And what I see happening is a lot of people God has given them prophetic words. We know the Bible teaches us that we prophesy in part. So some people have a Gen Z word. Some people have a millennial word. Some people have a word for older people. Some people have a word whatever. Me, I have a word for everybody combined together. God said he would pour his spirit out upon what? All flesh. That means multi-generational, multi-ethnic. I believe that there's a move of God that's here that includes every single generation at the same time.
Absolutely. Amen to that. Our third question for you is how important is your image in today's society?
Image is everything because God looks on the heart, but man looks on the outside. And so some believers don't understand the importance of the image. They say stuff like, God knows my heart and all of that kind of stuff. It's true. God knows your heart, but people don't know your heart. People see who you are before they hear who you are.
Wow. People see who you are before they hear who you are. That's something to remember. Now, our fourth question for you is why is character so important?
Character is so important because it's your charisma or your gifting that opens doors for you, but it's your character that causes you to be able to stay in the door that opens for you. And so we define character character is a lot deeper than just your personality. Character is who you are when nobody's watching.
Wow. Character is who you are when nobody is watching.
Absolutely.
I hope everybody that is watching this video hears what you just said. Now, the fifth question that we have for you today is, when you think about family, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think about family is I think about unity and I think about togetherness. Another thing I think about when I think about family is I think about unconditional love.
Wow.
Because, me, I've always shared that the longer relationships you have and the more you're around a person or around a group, the more likely there is, or likelihood there is, for there to be, differences, offenses, those kinds of things. So when I think about family, I think about unity and I think about love, unconditional love, though, and togetherness.
Wow. Now, the sixth question we have, we know that you love hip-hop, and on top of that, you love Christian hip-hop.
Absolutely.
So the sixth question that we have for you is, who is your favorite Christian rapper?
Okay, my favorite Christian rapper is Born King.
Wow.
My own son-in-law, and not only is he my favorite because I've been able to watch the process of him going from Bobby to becoming Born King, but he's also very, very skilled. Now, the most accomplished, when I say the most accomplished, the one that I think that has taken the game the furthest so far when it comes to Christian hip-hop, we got to give a shout-out to Lecrae. I would say my era T-Bone, but I think Lecrae God has used them to knock down a lot of the walls that Born King is going to go through, but I think Born King now is about to take it further than it's been.
Wow. The 8th question that we have for you is, what advice can you give to newly married couples to have longevity?
Wow, that's amazing. Well, newly married couples, in order to be able to have longevity in your relationship, is the 3 things that I talk about when I counsel people and prepare them for marriage, and it's communication, sex, and money. And so the thing is that as long as you make sure that you continue to communicate effectively to your spouse, and we know that the most important part of communication is listening. Communication, as long as you guys make sure that you have a plan when it comes to money, when it comes to your finances, because it's pretty tough to be in a love mode or romantic mode when money is funny. All right, and then it's maintaining the fire and it's maintaining that romantic. Maintaining the romantic edge in a relationship also too. So I would say the 3 things that you need to master as a young couple is your communication, your love life, and money.
Wow, that is so amazing. Such great wisdom. The 9th question that we have for you, we know you love basketball.
Yes.
You grew up playing basketball. Your sons played basketball.
Absolutely.
Therefore, who is the best basketball player of all time and why?
It's so simple. That's a 1A, 1B question. A 1A, 1B answer. The best basketball player of all time, we got to remember that basketball is a competitive sport, meaning that, you have to outdo the competition. And so the best all-around basketball player, the best basketball player of all time, 1A, is Michael Jordan. Then the best all-around basketball player of all time, 1B, is LeBron James. And so at this point, because LeBron James is still playing, I can't rank him over Michael Jordan, especially with the fact that Michael Jordan was 6-0 when it comes to his championships, and that he had 2 3-peats. That's like unbelievable to be able to win 3 championships in a row, retire, and then come back and win 3 in a row and again. That's really amazing. I don't know if anybody will top that in our lifetime.
Wow. Now, our last question that we have for you. You are a man that is born and raised in New York. Not only just New York, but Brooklyn, New York.
Absolutely.
So, our last question is about Brooklyn.
Yes.
Why is Brooklyn better than every other borough in New York City?
Well, Brooklyn is better than every other borough in New York City because, as I answered the question about who's the best basketball player of all time, most people don't realize that Michael Jordan is actually from Brooklyn.
Wow.
No, but it takes a very, very unique person in order to be able to survive and thrive in Brooklyn. Brooklyn was very, very unique. I wouldn't say tough, but it was a very, very unique place when I was growing up. And then out of the 5 boroughs of New York City, I've been to obviously all of those boroughs. There's just something different about Brooklyn people. Even when, in my party days, when we used to go to clubs and there was people there from all of the boroughs, I never forget a lot of the DJs shouting out the boroughs during the time we're at the party. And as soon as they yell, "Where Brooklyn at?" Brooklyn people would just basically take over the club. And so I would say when it comes to New York, come on, man, Brooklyn is it. Brooklyn is the best borough. But when we step out of New York City, it's not about the boroughs. It's just about the city.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Apostle Omar Morton. Until next time, is there something that you would like to say to those that are watching?
No, yes. I would like to say to all of the people that are watching, I just wanted to encourage them, something that the Lord told me during a very, very rough time in my life, and it's 3 words: never give up.